Hi all, welcome to week 6. So this week what you're going to be doing is shifting gears to start working on your argumentative papers. So these will be pretty similar to the research paper in how you go about collecting information for them and writing them, but they will be twice as long. So these are going to be 1,000 to 1,500 words. The research paper was only 500 to 750. So it's more difficult because of that, but also it can be less difficult because of the subject matter. So these papers will be focused on something that you are personally interested in outside of school. So they don't have to be about your field of study, and they don't have to be about something academic. They can be about which chicken sandwich is better, or whether Marvel's better than DC, or vice versa. If Messi's better than Ronaldo is a favorite subject. So stuff like that is totally fair game for this one, and the sources that would talk about stuff like that is also totally fair game. So in that way it's easier. All right, so let's go through this week. First of all, I'm going to give you guys feedback on your career research paper as soon as I'm finished grading it. You should be able to see that here by Monday. Once you've seen that feedback, and once you've gone back to the PDF on your gradebook and looked at the feedback that I've given you, the first assignment you'll have is to ask a question about your draft, just like with the literacy narrative. Ask something about the feedback that I gave you or how you can make it better. You can ask again as many questions as you want, but ask at least one by the 30th, which is going to be Wednesday. So yeah, make sure to do that, and you will have until next Monday to do rewrites for your research paper. Now onto the argument paper. So this is the assignment sheet here. I have 2 samples at the top. One that's about anime movies, and one that is about method acting. So one of these is about the kid's field of study that he was going into. The method acting one, that guy is becoming an actor now. The other one is about an interest that this lady had outside of school. So you can do either of those if you want to. You can make it about your field of study. That's probably more constructive than making it about a subject outside of school, but either way is totally fine. And whichever way you do it, the important thing is that you're making an argument. So in this old video here, old David will explain to you how an argumentative paper works, how it's constructed. The structure of it is very similar to the research paper that you did last time. You can pick almost any subject you want. The only thing is that you're not allowed to pick spicy political subjects that will make people really upset. But other ones are totally fine. Yeah, so I'll go through in this video all the expectations of this paper, how an argument works in a research paper. So make sure to watch that video. All right. Come on. After that, just like with the research paper, you're going to have a brainstorming discussion board. So this one, again, it'll be due, first part will be due on Thursday, where you will propose some different ideas. You'll find a couple of basic sources that you can show off as well, and you'll post those in Blackboard. And then you will respond to 3 of your peers by Sunday at midnight and give your opinions on these topics that they've picked. Maybe you disagree about whether Messi's better than Ronaldo or which chicken sandwich or whatever. So you can talk about disagreements you have. You can talk about why they're right. You could suggest other arguments that they could make. Any of that is fine. After that, just like last time, we are going to look at some samples. These are the two that I posted with the assignment page before. Read over these. The questions about these are going to be mostly focused on things that make it an argumentative paper. So what the argument the author is making is, what points the author uses to support their main ideas, and the counter arguments that they make. So anytime you have a paper like this, you'll have to have where you show the other side's point of view and then you disprove it. So each one of these will make a counter argument which will show the other side's point of view, and then we'll show why that is wrong. Okay. After that, you will find sources. The way you will do this is very similar to how you did last time. I think for this one, I just said that you had to use Google and Google Scholar. You don't have to use Academic Search Complete this time. But if you want a refresher on how to do that, you can look at the video in week 5 that covers it. In that, the research paper sources assignment. And it talks about how to use Google Scholar and how to find stuff on regular Google. And it talks about how to create works cited citations in Google Docs. You'll need a total of at least 4 sources on here. You will need at least one that argues against what you're saying. So that's what you'll be doing in this assignment. And then last, you will outline. And so for this one, it's just like last time. The only difference is how you're going to set this up, because some of your paragraphs will be counterargument paragraphs, at least one of them, and then some of your paragraphs will be supporting argument paragraphs. So that's what I'm showing you here. This is the topic sentence of the sample I'm using. This is counterarguments that I could make. These are arguments that I could make, and then this is where my conclusion would be. So from there, I go ahead and write a thesis statement, and then I have my supporting points and my counter arguments, and I go in and find some sources that support those. You'll go and find a support for at least for each of your different points that you're making as well. And then next week we will take these outlines and we'll form them into complete papers. Those will be the initial drafts of those will be due Wednesday, and the second drafts will be due on Friday. All right, guys. This is a pretty busy week. It's just a lot of writing, but I know you guys can do it. Good luck, y'all. See y'all in the discussion board.